anything better than a surprise bouquet of flowers from your friends on release day? No. I was not expecting these flowers at all, and it was genuinely the best surprise. We have cameras outside of our house, and when the guy rang the doorbell, I was confused, and I asked my husband, like, did you order food delivery or something? Like, what is going on? Because the flowers were covered in like a brown paper bag to be, disguised. And it looked almost like the guy was holding food delivery. And I was like, did you order something? And he was like, no, what are you talking about? Turns out it was flowers from my friends. And I don't know, it was just such a cute, lovely moment to be able to experience that. I spent this release day much differently than my last one. So Take a Chance's release day was on my actual birthday, which in hindsight, I would probably do a little bit differently. Like I probably wouldn't release a book on my birthday again. And so I was doing a lot of birthday celebrations and doing other stuff. And this was just a random Tuesday. It was a random Tuesday in February, and I sort of liked that. Like it was lower stakes, it was chill, it was honestly a vibe. I decided to go get a facial done to, aid in the whole relaxation vibe that I was going for. So I went and got a facial downtown, and then I came home and took a nap and just responded to Instagram posts and comments and things, and that was it. It truly is hard to believe that this book is now out in the world. I've worked on and off on this book for almost 3 years, and to physically be holding all of these words that came out of my brain, I wrote every single one of these words. And well, like conceptually, it's like, duh, you wrote the book. That's what it means to write the book. But like physically holding it and seeing it here and just being able to flip through the pages and look at the cover, and I'm gonna when I have the actual books and not the proofs, I'm gonna be able to put it on my shelf next to Take a Chance that's up there. And I don't know, it's such a interesting feeling, such a surreal feeling, especially. And I didn't think it would hit this hard because I've done this before, so it's not a totally new experience, but it is because it's this book. Like it's a different experience without it being the first time, which is cool to think about, I think. I've spent so much time writing this, like I said, almost 3 years, that it now feels strange for it to just be out in the open, out in the world, and for other people to read it and consume it and, have thoughts and opinions and all of that on it. I also didn't do arcs this time because the time frame between me actually finishing writing it and when it was set to release, there just wasn't time to, make sure it was edited and formatted and able to be out for people to read as arcs. So it just is also different in the sense that I know that I like it. I know that, the few people around me who have read it liked it, but I really have had no other outside influence or outside like thoughts or opinions or anything. And so that's also a different experience to just put out a book and virtually no one has read it. Like no one knows anything about it really. I think that is a different experience, and going forward, I do see the value in arcs, and it's something that I would like to plan better for in the future in order to achieve. So This Is Love is so close to my heart. I'll always have a special place in my heart for Take a Chance and Cass and Cyrus because they were my first book. They were the first thing that I've ever published, but I feel that when I look back on things, when I look back on characters or a book that really was, important to me, I think that it's going to be So This Is Love. I think that this is really going to stick with me just from the standpoint of I feel so much care towards these characters. Like they are so special to me. Like it's almost scary for them to be out in the world because I don't want anyone, like no one can be mean to them. No one can, do anything because I just feel so protective over them because they've been with me in my brain for 3 years. Obviously, everyone is allowed to have their own opinions and thoughts. I'm not saying, no one can think that it's a bad book. Maybe it is. But I feel just so much protection over them, and I feel even though I haven't written more books yet, I feel like they're going to be one of these characters. This is going to be one of those books that I look at and I'm like, yeah, that one was special. It feels very special to me. Lastly, I wanted to talk about a little bit of what's next, going forward, all of that. My immediate plans are to rest. I didn't realize how stressful, how much it was taking out of me to really do the grind and finish this book, but it really, really, really did. I was so tired, so stressed, so much everything. I think that's why I took a nap on release day. But I now realize that I need time to recover and just be for a little bit. And I'm still going to be, releasing promo, still going to be talking about this book because promotion never ends, because as an indie author, you sort of have to wear all of the hats. But for right now, I really need to rest. I'm also so excited to be able to put focus in other things. Like, I want to decorate my office. Like, this blank wall drives me insane. And that's part of the reason why I record like this way when it's just a talking video, or in front of my bookshelves, like moving the chair over there, because there's nothing on this wall and it's so boring. And I want to be able to, have something fun over there. But then also just doing things like reading for fun and having the time to just do things for fun again and not be drowning in work. I also can't lie and say that I'm not thinking about my next book. I'm pretty sure I have it picked out, like which story idea I want to work on next. I think it's going to be a novella, and it is different. But I'm in the beginning stages of it. Like, the characters don't even have names yet. So I'll be able to take you guys along on that journey, which will be totally new and different of an experience versus I started this channel when I was like 75% done with So This Is Love. So you really only saw the end of it. And now we'll be able to, experience the full depth of this whole journey. So I am so excited. I cannot believe this book is out into the world. It is a dream come true, honestly. And I appreciate you all for watching. And I appreciate you if you decide to pick my book up, because I love it. And I hope you do too. So thank you so much for watching.